evolving market dynamics and recent legal rulings, how can buyers and sellers successfully navigate the current real estate market in Chattanooga? Well, Jennifer, you're here to help me answer that question because I don't know how. And I'm so glad to have you and have your expertise. So thank you so much. And Jennifer, for those of you that don't know, is a broker for the Keller Williams Greater Chattanooga area. And before we go into this question though, I want to dive into what's currently going on in Chattanooga. So can you tell me about the quick numbers that's going on and what we saw in September?
Yeah, well, we saw in September that there were new listings, about 1,563, 979 homes have sold, and average on days about 49 days on market. But what we don't know, and I looked it up, is that we actually have 3,000 listings on market, okay? Wow. So if you do the math, your absorption rate is about 3 months. So we have 3 months of inventory if we were to sell all our 3,000 homes. And that they've been ticking up since about, the listed homes have been ticking up since about July and August, but that's kind of normal. Things kind of start to, slow down a little bit during the holidays and things like that. Nothing to be afraid of. Three months of inventory is not horrible. I've been in markets before that it was like 9 months, okay? So it's just kind of for this season.
And 3 months of inventory means it's still a seller's market, correct?
It is still a seller's market. We're seeing the prices kind of level out. The average, the median price kind of staying the same. Okay. And a lot of times our local market does mirror the national, okay? Even though real estate is very local. All right, so maybe our numbers, our list price and things aren't as high, but things that we're seeing and selling, our numbers are about the same. Like if we have 3 months of absorption rate, they probably do too, but they just in larger amounts. Does that make people think, they need to come down and everybody's waiting for them to come down. But historically, I found it was very interesting that 30-year mortgage in the United States averaged 7.72% from 1971 until 2024. Okay, so actually, if you look at that, they're pretty good. Reaching an all-time high of 18.63% in October of 1981.
Gosh.
And a record low of 2.65% in 2021. But if you do the average, anything below 7 in the season is not terrible, but we got spoiled. COVID kind of spoiled us in that aspect.
It definitely did.
Yeah, so those waiting to buy something that are on the fence, don't. If you love, what we say is if you love the house, date the rate.
Yep. So what challenges do you think buyers and sellers are facing right now, especially in the light of the recent changes in the real estate world?
With that NAR
or whatever else is going on out there.
Well, you know what? I think all the lawsuit, all that, and the way we're doing business, I think it's wonderful. I really do. I think we have better communication with our buyers and with our sellers. Everything's clear. They know where money's coming from, and it's easier. It's easier. I have a lot of my agents tell me, I now am not afraid to do a buyer's rep or tell them how much I'm worth, And when you present things, your value, people don't mind paying you for your value. We weren't explaining what our value was, and we were hiding what we made, okay? This made it all come to light, and it's been great.
So with all of these factors in mind, what would you advise to buyers, and then what would you advise to sellers?
Okay, so buyers, I want you to have a little bit of money. I want you to have some skin in the game, okay? It's going to help. It's going to help you to be able to better negotiate. So I would really hope that you would have anywhere from 3 to 5% of your sales price that you want in your savings account, because that's just going to make the process a lot easier. And you're going to have to always have that in your savings, because you're going to have to do work to your house, upgrades, upkeep, and stuff like that. But if you have a little money, it's easier to craft offers, to be in a good light. It's when the buyers come in with nothing and everything's on the seller, it doesn't seem like a win-win. So it's just nice to have a little bit of money. There's loans out there that can help you do that. I'm seeing a lot of loans with THDA backed in them, which you get 2 loans, or there's gift letters and stuff like that. But you really have to think this is an investment, and you have to have some money. Right around there. For the sellers, what the sellers need to do, they need to have their house showcase ready. They need to look at their house like they were going to go buy it. Like, pick everything apart. Like, just start at the front door and look at everything and go through the house and what do they need to do to be a showcase house.
Wanting to invest
Yes.
in real estate.
People are still wanting to invest, but what you got to know from your investor first is there an area he likes, his price range, and what his rate of return is, his ROI. Because then if you have those 3 factors, you can identify some things. And good, really seasoned investors will know those. They'll know what they want the return on, so you can kind of work backwards. Okay.
And so to wrap everything up and to get back to the initial question, which is how to successfully navigate the Chattanooga real estate market that we're in, what would you tell a buyer and what would you tell a seller?
They need a successful realtor. They just need to go out and interview a realtor, and they make sure you bond with that realtor, because they can help you a lot. They can save you a lot of money, and they know the process. So really, you need a realtor. We have a lot of good realtors at Keller Williams, and there's one for everybody. You know.